All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing your daily horoscope for Sunday Fun Day, the 1st of August, 2021. We've got the moon in the later degrees of Taurus the entire day. It's going to make a couple cool connections to Neptune in Pisces, to Saturn in Aquarius, and to Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. So as the moon's going to move and journey through, we're walking away from this conjunction with Uranus. As people have reached out and said, what is going on Saturday? You know, this conjunction to Uranus that we're feeling all day is very real, and it's shaking things up. It certainly has for me today, and I hope it has for you in a positive way as well. Now moving into Sunday here, a good chunk of our day, honestly, the moon's not making a lot of critical aspects. The moon will be creating this sextile to Neptune, 22 degrees, Neptune in Pisces, water sign, moon in earth sign, Taurus, stable. It says if we just keep going, if we continue to put one foot in front of another, what are the possibilities? If we stay on this path, we're in this letting go of, especially when it comes to addictions or lifestyle habits. This is something that's really big, that's being shaken up and things that are changing. We're done going in this path of this old. So it's like if we stick through this day by day, what are the possibilities? What could it be like a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5-year, 10-year plan? If we stick with this diet, if we stick with this mentality, if we stick with this mindset, whatever it may be. And again, it's about being practical. Now, where, does Pisces, where is Taurus line up in your chart? This is going to be unique to your own. Nonetheless, though, beautiful aspects to just reminding ourselves that, the limitless possibilities of this world. We just never know what each day is going to be able to bring us. That's the moon creating that sextile, and Uranus still creating the septile to Neptune. Okay, so this is breakthroughs. This is a continuation of something that happened to me on Saturday. It was a simple kind of thing. I'll spare you all the details, but it made a very big emotional impact on me that's going to lead to my work for the next several years, if not the rest of my life. So this can be something small and mundane that just kind of escalates into something kind of huge. Maybe I'll share those details with you later on. So now we have the moon creating the septile over here to Saturn, reminding you of who you are, reminding you of why you came here. Something we talked about the other day. It's like the world is full. Everybody has a song. We're all going through with our song, and it's crazy. I'm gonna jump back on that for a second because a story was shared with me this morning on Saturday morning that kind of resonates with that. We're talking about everybody having a song, and sometimes when we go out into the world, sometimes we go out in public, and the public being so loud, the world being so loud that we lose sight of our song. We lose who we are. We are very moldable people, and I'll share this kind of brief. It's on that note, it was someone, a very clean cut, good human being, good mother to her child. No family left here, was put into through a criminal program, put into a housing place. And the place that she was given was in the ghetto. Now, this person had no life of the ghetto at all before. Just this is where she needed to go for, this is where the hospitality was being taken. And being in communication with the police officer, she said, this place is terrible. I got to get out of here. And they were trying to figure out ways to get her into a different place. And said, well, there's this. She says, yeah, but I needed this place because it needed to be right now. And this was the place that opened up for me. And I'll do that, but I'll do it down the road. And the police officer says, you got to get out of there. This is a bad place for you and your daughter. No place to be raising your daughter. It took less than 24 months, 2 years, less than 24 years for a person who's never been a part of drugs, never been a part of life, is now selling drugs and is turning tricks. We're a very moldable species. And I'm telling you that story because we are. And we forget sometimes our purpose. We forget sometimes our path. We forget sometimes to be steady, to be stable. We forget sometimes how good things can be. And we are a product of our environment. So we took somebody who is, not we, but somebody who had nothing to do with the ghetto, put them in the ghetto, and then now they are part of that instead of, so it's like the volume of the ghetto, the volume of the drug war, or drug trade and trafficking, the volume was louder than the internal song was playing. We lost sight of self. And we have Mercury and the sun here conjunct today while all this good stuff is happening. So it's like, how good can life be if I maintain a stable course, going through these changes? If I own myself, if I look at my life and say that I'm a product of my choices, what I have done, the community that's around me right now is a product of my choices. And if I learn that I can shape and I can discipline myself and I can transform myself on a daily basis, not only that, but if I have the courageousness, the tenacity, the fearlessness to follow my heart and my will with this beautiful, very focused energy here, it's just like, I know who I am, I know what I want. And sometimes we know what we want by saying, I don't want this. Oh, I really like this person in this relationship. Are they good to me? No. Then that's not what I want. There might be aspects of something I want, but that's not what I want. It's got to be equal give and take. Now back to here, Mercury Sun conjunction at 9 degrees of Leo. Now this is really extremely important. This is very important, and especially with this little sextile happening to the North Node, this trine to the South Node here in Sagittarius. Why is this so important? It's like the hyenas trying to negotiate with the lion. How's that going to go? It's not. It's not. In certain sense, we've lost sight of self. We've lost sight of our own song. And now we have the song of government, we have the song of society, we have the song of the media, all having an effect on who we are. This energy is reminding us that you are the lion, I am the lion, we are the lion, we are the pride, we are the king of the jungle, kings and queens respectively. And we have things that are taken from us. All the time, little rights, little things. The hyena is going to try to come up and take a piece of that meal that you worked very hard for. How is that going to go? Are you just going to lay it? Okay, well, you're hungry too, hyena friend. No, it's not going to happen. So why do we do it? I just got into a situation. It's really interesting. I don't know how to handle it. Where, and it's like, this is my Capricorn nature. I have a Capricorn sun, right? Capricorn Mercury, Capricorn Venus. And they're telling me, okay, Aaron, you're vaccinated. We got to get you got to show me your proof of your vaccination card so you can have this job. It's just not a big deal. But at the same time, there are laws. There are rules that are put into place that says, no, you really can't ask me for that. And furthermore, I don't have to show this to you, and it should not matter for my employment. That law doesn't exist right now, but the law does exist. The HIPAA laws that say you really can't ask somebody for their health records. So it's like, well, where are we bending this line? And how much do we bend that line? And where do we allow other people to step over us? And where do we communicate and say, look, it's not about not wanting to comply. This is not about not wanting to help you out or whatever. I don't care who the celebrity is that's working on the show. There's laws that we all have to abide by, and I'm not going to allow your celebrity person to make me conform to living or doing something differently that I don't feel comfortable with doing. And again, it's just like, where do we go with this? How do we go? And it's just like, where do we stand our ground? When we have to stand our ground because we will be walked on. Now, what happens if I stand my ground in this particular situation? Maybe I don't get the job. Bug in my face. Maybe I don't get the job. But at what cost? At what cost? So it's like we're learning here. There's so much change going on, this Uranus here in Taurus, so much change going on with our government, so much change going on with our society, with what a daily life looks like. And we're going to constantly be, this line is going to be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed until we stand up, and stand in our power and stand together. And I'm just using this Vax card as an example. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be that at all. But, it's just like this Saturn back here in Aquarius, Jupiter back here in Aquarius right now. It's like, you are the government. I am the government. We are the government. We, the people, are the power. We are the ones. And that sometimes we have this idea that the government is outside of self, outside. And it's just like, no, we're all part of it. And how are we willing to allow it to treat us? It's like, am I just going to allow the dog to pee on the couch because that's where the dog wants to pee? It's like, no, I have to learn. I have to teach it. The same goes for this. It doesn't have to be confrontation. We don't have to be mad at the dog. I don't have to be mad at an employee, whatever, or a friend, or difference of opinion, no matter what it is. But it's like we have to stand up for what we believe in. We have to communicate what we believe in. And again, it doesn't have to come with an argument. It doesn't have to come that we can disagree. We can disagrey. But it doesn't have to come with an argument, just to state, hey, this is what I feel. And we're doing it right now with clarity and specificness, I don't know, whatever word that may be. It's like we're focused here with Venus and Mars in Virgo. So it's like the stuff that we're going to be saying, the stuff that we're going to be communicating, we might be very passionate about, and we might not want things taken away from us. It's like, no, this has got to be an even keel here, even give and take, even trade. Or no dealsies. All right, my friends. Have a happy Sunday, fun day, however this day treats you. Whatever information comes your way, I love you. I wish you enough. And I hope you have a beautiful Sunday afternoon.